Dear students, I am Dr. Timmegowda NR, Department of Chemistry, Government SKSJ Technological Institute, KR Circle, Bangalore. In my session 2 video lecture, I am going to explain the continuation of Engineering Chemistry Module 1, that is Electrochemistry and Energy Storage System. In my previous session, I explained about Introduction to Electrochemistry, in which the applications of electrochemistry in our day-to-day life, history of electrochemistry, electrochemical cells and its classification, such as galvanic cells and electrolytic cells with examples, and thermodynamics, in which first law of thermodynamics and definition of Gibbs free energy, and second law of thermodynamics and definition of entropy. So now let's start the session 2. The content includes cell potential, derivation of Nernst equation for single electrode potential, and numerical problems on Nernst equation. Electrode potential, it is very important term we are using in electrochemistry. So then what is electrode potential? If we look at the picture, when a metal immersed in the solution containing its own ions, let us take an example, copper metal. When it is immersed in the solution containing copper 2+ ions, then there are two types of reactions occur simultaneously. That is, the metal will undergo oxidation reaction by releasing electrons, and the ions enter into the solution. Simultaneously, the metal ions present in the solution will gain that released electron and it becomes neutral metal. So that is called reduction reaction. So due to this simultaneous oxidation and reduction reaction, the potential will develop at the interface between the metal and the solution. Hence, the electrode potential is defined as the potential developed at the interface between the metal and the solution when a metal is dipped in solution containing its own ions. Example, the standard electrode potential or standard reduction potential of copper is 0.34 volt. So that means if we immerse copper metal into the solution containing copper 2+ ions of 1 molar concentration, and the temperature of the solution is 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin, then the electrode potential develops at the interface between copper and copper 2+ ion solution is 0.34 volt. Similarly, the standard electrode potential or standard reduction potential of zinc is minus 0.76 volt. So that means if we immerse zinc metal into the solution containing Zn2+ ions of concentration 1 molar and temperature of the solution 25 degrees Celsius, then the electrode potential develops will be equal to minus 0.76 volt. So this is about electrode potential. Let's move to another important term in electrochemistry, that is cell potential or EMF or electromotive force of a cell. The cell consists of two half cells. The cell consists of two half cell. So once that circuit is completed, then the movement of electrons takes place and produces voltage. So that is called work done by the cell. The production of voltage we can consider as work done by the cell. The work that can be done when electrons are transferred through a wire depends on the driving force behind the electrons. So this driving force is called EMF or cell potential. That is the potential difference between anode and cathode. Hence, the cell potential of an electrochemical cell is the potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell. Hence, we can write cell potential that is equal to electrode potential of cathode minus electrode potential of anode. So that gives EMF of the cell. Let's take an example. If the standard reduction potential of zinc and copper electrodes are minus 0.76 volt for zinc and plus 0.34 volt for copper, then so what is the voltage produced if we connect both zinc and copper electrodes? So E naught cell, so E naught represents standard EMF of the cell, that is equal to E naught cathode, that is electrode potential of cathode minus electrode potential of anode. Here the zinc electrode function as anode because of lower standard electrode potential value, and copper electrode behaves as cathode because of its higher standard electrode potential value. So if we substitute the values, E naught cell is equal to the value of copper plus 0.34 volt minus the electrode potential value of zinc minus 0.76 volt. So finally, the cell will produce 1.10 volt cell potential. So that is the potential difference between the cathode and anode. So in this way, we can calculate the cell potential if they provide the standard reduction potential of both electrodes. The cell potential, it is also having relation with Gibbs free energy. So that is delta G is equal to minus N of EMF of the cell. So here delta G is the change in Gibbs free energy in joules, and N is the number of moles of electrons involved in the reactions, and E cell, that is the cell potential or EMF of the cell measured in volts, and F is the Faraday's constant. That means the charge which is carried by 1 mole of electrons, that will be equal to 96,500 coulombs per mole. So let's move to the very important thing, that is derivation of Nernst equation for single electrode potential. So the German chemist Walther Nernst, he derived an equation called Nernst equation, and it gives the relation between the electrode potential of a chemical cell E the standard electrode potential E naught, temperature T, and concentration of the chemical species which undergoing reduction and oxidation reaction. That means the concentration of the solutions. Let's see the Nernst equation. That is E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log concentration of the solution in which the electrode immersed. So where E is the electrode potential of an electrode, that is equal to E naught is the standard electrode potential of an electrode, and R is the universal gas constant, and T is the absolute temperature. N is the number of moles of electrons involved in the cell reaction, and F is the Faraday's constant, and Mn plus is the concentration of the solution in which electrode immersed. So under standard condition, if we substitute the constant values, the Faraday's constant value 96,500 coulombs per mole of electrons, and universal gas constant R, that is equal to 8.314 joules per moles per Kelvin, and the temperature, that is 298 Kelvin, then the Nernst equation becomes E is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N log of concentration of Mn plus. So this Nernst equation for only the single electrode, not for cell. It is for only single electrode. So if we consider the cell consists of two electrodes, then the Nernst equation can be written as E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of the concentration of the solution at cathode divided by concentration of the solution at anode. At standard conditions, if we substitute these constant values, then the Nernst equation for the cell becomes E cell is equal to E naught cell plus 0.0591 divided by N log of concentration of the solution at cathode divided by concentration of the solution at anode. So what is the use of Nernst equation? So the Nernst equation can be used to calculate the single electrode potential and cell potential of an electrochemical cell at any given temperature, pressure, and reactants concentrations. So let's start derivation of Nernst equation for single electrode, starting with Gibbs free energy. So Gibbs free energy is nothing but the amount of available energy can be converted into useful work, that is called free energy. According to thermodynamics, the decrease in change in free energy indicates the maximum amount of work obtained from a chemical reaction. So that means if the energy decreases, that means that energy is converted into work. That means the work is nothing but production of the potential, cell potential. So that can be written as the decrease in free energy change minus delta G, that is equal to the maximum work done by the cell. Maximum work done by the cell can be written like W maximum. Equation number 1, where minus delta G is the decrease in free energy of the cell. The negative sign indicates decrease in free energy change, and W max is the maximum work done by the cell. So W max or maximum work done by the cell is equal to the product of number of moles of electrons involved in the reaction, Faraday's constant, and electrode potential of the cell, electrode potential. So how this relation comes? Let's see here. So EMF or electromotive force, that is nothing but joule of work done per coulomb of charge transferred. So that is the EMF or electrode potential, that is equal to work, that is J in joules. Work is expressed in joules divided by the charge, that is in coulombs. So E is equal to W divided by Q. The charge is expressed by Q, where Q is the quantity of charge transferred, that is in coulombs. The unit is coulombs. Hence, the Q is equal to product of number of moles of electrons involved in the reaction into Faraday's constant. So what is that Faraday's constant? It is the charge carried on 1 mole of electrons. The charge carried on 1 mole of electrons, that is equal to 96,000 coulombs per mole. Hence, that is multiplied with the number of moles of electrons involved in the reaction. Hence, above equation can be written as E is equal to W divided by, instead of Q, N into F. So W is equal to N F E. So in this way, we can get the relation, that is W max is equal to N F E, equation number 2. So substitute the value of W max in equation 1, that is minus delta G is equal to W maximum. So minus delta G. So instead of W maximum, I have written minus delta G, that is equal to N F E, equation number 3. So here minus delta G is the decrease in change in free energy, and E is electrode potential, and F is Faraday's constant. So this is for the normal condition. So under standard conditions of 298 Kelvin and 1 molar concentration, the above equation can be written as minus delta G naught is equal to N F E naught. So this superscript 0 indicates standard condition. Let us consider a reversible electrode reaction, that is Mn plus n number of electrons becomes M. This reaction called reduction reaction. The opposite reaction is oxidation reaction. So then the equilibrium constant Kc for reduction reaction is equal to product, the concentration of the product, that is M, divided by concentration of the reactant Mn plus. So Van 't Hoff gave the relation between the change in Gibbs free energy and the equilibrium constant Kc. So that is delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln Kc. That is equation number 6 called Van 't Hoff equation. Multiply the equation 6 by negative sign. The reason is we know the value of minus delta G as well as value of minus delta G naught. If we multiply equation 6 by negative sign, the equation 6 can be written as minus delta G is equal to minus delta G naught minus RT ln Kc, where Kc is the equilibrium constant, R is the universal gas constant and its value 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole, and T is the temperature in Kelvin. So now substitute the values of minus delta G and minus delta G naught and as well as equilibrium constant Kc in equation 7. Then equation 7 comes N of E is equal to minus delta G naught value is N F E naught minus RT ln the value of equilibrium constant, that is concentration of M divided by concentration of Mn plus. That is equation number 8. Next, to get E and E naught, we should divide equation 8 by NF. So then equation 8 can be written as E is equal to E naught minus RT divided by NF ln concentration of M divided by concentration of Mn plus. So this is equation number 9. So next, if we convert natural logarithm into log, we should multiply by 2.303. Then equation 9 can be written as E is equal to E naught minus 2.303 log RT divided by NF, concentration of M divided by concentration of Mn plus. So this is equation number 10. For a solid metal, the concentration we should consider as unity, that is concentration of M is equal to 1. Then equation 10 can be rewritten as E is equal to E naught minus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of, instead of M, I have written 1 divided by concentration of Mn plus. This is equation number 11. The above equation 11 can be written as E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log concentration of Mn plus. So because how this negative sign changed to positive sign? Because we know that the log A by B is equal to minus log B by A. So here I have interchanged numerator and denominator, hence the sign also changed. So this is the Nernst equation for single electrode under normal conditions. At standard conditions, if we substitute the values of universal gas constant R is equal to 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole and temperature T is equal to 298 Kelvin and Faraday's constant, that is 96,500 coulombs per mole, the above Nernst equation can be written as E is equal to E naught plus, after substituting all the R, T and F values, we will get 0.0591 divided by N. sorry, here F should not be here, N, log of concentration of Mn plus. So this is the Nernst equation for single electrode at standard conditions. Let's take an example. Calculate the single electrode potential of copper metal in contact with 0.15 molar copper sulfate solution. The given standard reduction potential value is 0.34 volt. So here they have given standard condition, hence we can choose Nernst equation for single electrode at standard condition, that is E is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N, log of concentration of the metal ions. So the given values, E naught standard electrode potential of copper, that is equal to 0.34 volt, and concentration of copper 2 plus ions, that is Mn plus, that is equal to 0.15 molar, and the number of moles of electrons, that is equal to 2. So if we substitute the given values in Nernst equation, E is equal to 0.34 plus 0.0591 divided by 2 log 0.15. So after the calculation, finally that electrode will produce the potential E is equal to 0.316 volt. So let's go through the multiple choice questions covered under this topic. Question number 1, Gibbs free energy change for the cell reaction given by option A, delta G is equal to plus 0 N of E cell. Option B, delta G is equal to minus N of E cell. Option C, delta G is equal to plus or minus N of E cell. Option D, all the above. As we discussed, the right answer is option B, that is delta G is equal to minus N of E cell. Question number 2, the correct Nernst equation for single electrode. Option A, E is equal to E naught minus 2.303 RT divided by NF log concentration of Mn plus. Option B, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by F log Mn plus. Option C, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT by N log Mn plus. Option D, E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of concentration of Mn plus. So as we derived, the right answer is option D. The correct Nernst equation for single electrode is E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of concentration of metal ions. Question number 3. The Nernst equation is used to calculate the single electrode potential and also cell potential of an electrochemical cell. The option A, the statement is true. Option B, the statement is false. The right answer is option A. Yes, we can calculate both single electrode potential as well as cell potential by using Nernst equation. Question number 4. The standard reduction potential of zinc and iron are minus 0.76 volt and minus 0.44 volt respectively. The EMF of the cell formed by combining the above two electrodes will be option A plus 0.32 volts, option B minus 0.32 volts, option C plus 1.2 volts, option D minus 1.2 volts. So we know to calculate the EMF or cell potential, by the formula E cathode minus E anode. So here higher reduction potential value, that is for iron minus 0.44, and lower reduction potential value for, that is for zinc, minus 0.76. So if we substitute the values, we will get the right answer plus 0.32 volts. Hence the right answer is option A. Question number 5. Single electrode potential of copper metal in contact with 0.1 molar copper sulfate solution. The given standard reduction potential of copper is 0.34 volt. So we know that to calculate single electrode potential, we can use Nernst equation. Under standard condition, E is equal to E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N log of concentration of Mn plus. So here given E naught value 0.34 and the number of moles of electrons will be 2 because it is Cu2 plus, and given concentration is 0.1. And if we substitute these values and after the calculation, we'll get the answer E is equal to 0.31 volt. Hence the right answer is option C plus 0.31 volts. Question number 6. The cell potential or EMF, that is equal to option A, E anode minus E cathode, option B, E cathode plus E anode, option C, E anode plus E cathode, option D, E cathode minus E anode. So just we discussed above. The right answer is option D, that is EMF is equal to E cathode minus E anode. So these are the reference materials you can go through, and I will stop this session 2 here, and I will continue the remaining syllabus in next session. Thank you.